Hello, I am Robin Pickens, and I am so excited to be here at H&H. It's my first year at H&H, and it's been a fantastic show. Lots of color, lots of energy, and so I hope I'm back again. I got to premiere and show my new line, Serena Shores, and this is actually a coastal line. It's the first time I've done a coastal line for Moda. There is still a floral in here, so we've got this agapanthus, which is like a Peter Pan flower, and it's these big globes of petals. This is the dark blue colorway with the white agapanthus. We've also got one that's the blue flower, and this one is a lighter blue on lagoon. So if you like the florals and the seashore is not your deal, you can really still go the whole floral route on this. Another good print which works with this well is this one, which was based on the idea of life preservers, but it's kind of a geometric, sketchy shape, so it sort of blends, between the two. There's also 5 new shades of Thatched with this group, so my favorite is what I have on this quilt here. This is called Coastal, and this is on the background of one of my new quilts. This quilt is called Surf Wave, and there's a large size, and there's also this small wall size. So this is 32 inches, and this one is 64 inches large. This one is made with a layer cake and background, and this one is made with a charm pack. And this background fabric happens to be like a tonal white on cream background, so I sort of like that extra little, texture. The other quilts that I'm showing with this are Backslash, and this has the lagoon background, a lagoon with the Painted Meadow collection. This is a white version of it as well. And then I did Tokyo Terrace. The reason why I really like doing Tokyo Terrace for this collection is that you get these big panels so that you get to show off the larger motif. It's a good place for me to be putting my shells on my big florals from this collection. So my friends at Moda made up this sample for me. This is the poolside tote from Noodlehead Patterns. And what I love about this is that you get this extra color put here. This is that new minty green color in Thatched. And I like this extra little edging here. It just kind of gives it that fun accent and sets it off. So that makes a beautiful beach tote. The other thing to share is that I've done 5 new cross-stitch patterns that coordinate with this collection. This is the Shoreline Sampler, and this one has some of the motifs that are done in the prints and some extras. We've got some more shells. We've got our little girlfriend and little sandpipers. These also are good to stitch where you pull them out for individual projects, like little pin cushions or dough bowl fillers, that type of thing. This one I've been working on at the show, and I am almost done, but not quite. It is a quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson, and is kind of a good beach summer home project. I have this one, which is Anchored Life, and I've got it here on 28 count, but I wanted to share that this is it made up on a 20 count going over to. This has such a lovely texture to the stitching on this 20 count. So this has been really fun to work on. And I like really mixing in the fabrics for the finishing of the products. This is from the sampler, but also done on the 20 count. These are little pillows finished with the fabric. This is one of the motifs from here, brought out in that larger scale for a pillow. This little pillow is showing one of the motifs, kind of this life preserver type of thing. This is Modern Beach House 1 and Modern Beach House 2. 2 more of the coastal designs. What I like to do for the cross stitch is I like to select some fabrics that I think really help to set off the cross stitch and complement it. And then I put this on sticky board and I float the cross stitch on top of it. This way I can always use a standard size frame, filling the space with the fabric, and I do not have to pay for custom framing, because that's something that can really, run up with cross stitch and needlepoint, those kinds of things. And this is not the coastal line, but this is another new cross stitch I was showing at the show and just showed it for the first time on Wednesday. Sweetest of Wishes. It was based on the idea of Dandy Duo in the dandelions from that. So finally got it finished, and that printed pattern should be out pretty soon. So one more thing I want to show you is punch needles. So I hadn't done punch needle before and thought this was a really good time to experiment with it. I like that difference in texture. And so having these quilted projects with these great textures that you quilt on them, the cross stitch, and now if you try some punch needle, this is another fun thing. So I've got the coral here done in a punch needle, and one with a little anchor, kind of similar to the anchor that we have in Anchored Life. This one with the sand dollar from this one print, this is done on Thatched. And so this is Thatched that's been fused to weaver's cloth. And that way you're getting the texture of the fabric, this kind of woven look of Thatched. You're getting that burst of color without having to do punch needle all the way to fill in the background. So you're getting this whole extra burst of color, and you're getting the fun of the two textures together and how this kind of stands off against that. So this is a really fun experiment, and you're going to be seeing some more of these. So these are brand new punch needle designs that I am showing for the first time at the show. So I am really glad that you came by the booth and that I could show you these things I've been working on. I believe the fabrics are going to be shipping in November. This is Serena Shores. Tell your favorite local quilt shop if you want to see it in the shop. And hopefully I can see you at the show next year. Consider coming to H&H. It's been a fantastic show. Thank you.